Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing another no-cook meal prep, and we're going to be focusing on comfort foods because who doesn't love comfort foods? So these are going to be great, really easy to make. And these come out to $3.09 each, which I think is pretty economical. So let's get to making these, and these should be great. Okay, this first dish that we're doing is kind of a meatloaf dish here. So we're going to use this Hormel brand meatloaf here with tomato sauce. We're going to do some mashed potatoes and some creamed corn. I feel like that's kind of a classic comfort food that everybody likes. So we'll start with our mashed potatoes. I heated up 2 cups of water in the microwave for about 4 minutes in a microwave safe bowl. And I'm just going to add 1 package of this instant mashed potatoes to my water here. Give this a quick stir. This only takes about a minute to set up. Whoops. Ooh, that's hot. Okay, so I'll set that aside real quick. Let me wash my hands. Okay, so our potatoes are setting up. We can get the rest of the stuff together here. I'm just using a regular can of creamed corn here. I'm using these little silicone muffin cups in my containers just to kind of hold everything there. And I'll put a link to these down in the description if you want to check these out. I use these for all sorts of stuff. These do well in the microwave, in the dishwasher. Obviously, you can freeze these. So these are just kind of nice to have. So I'm doing probably a ½ cup of creamed corn in each one of these. Okay, that looks good. I have a little bit left over that I can use for something else. And our potatoes are set up. They're ready to go. So we'll kind of split this up into 4 equal parts here. Okay, that looks pretty good. Then we can do our meatloaf here. So comes in a tray that looks like that. I divvied everything up into 4 equal slices. You can find this Hormel brand, this square table is what they call that line, kind of in the refrigerated section. It's kind of over with like the packaged deli meats and hot dogs and stuff like that. Okay, I think that looks good. I'll get the lids on these, and these are all done. All right, this next one that we're going to do here is a homemade mac and cheese, which is my favorite comfort food. So I really like noodly, cheesy stuff. So that's what we're making. So we're going to use some of these ready pasta bags here. These are already cooked, and these are penne noodles. So different than a macaroni noodle, but that's okay. So just put one of these in each container here. Okay, now we'll make our cheese sauce. All right, so for our cheese sauce, we're going to be using a 10-ounce can of this cheddar cheese soup mix here. I'll just go ahead and put this into our mixing bowl. And then we're going to use about a ½ can of half and half in here too. And if you don't have half and half, you can use just regular whole milk. That should be fine. So this comes out to about a ½ cup. One thing that I like to add to my cheese sauces is just a little bit of Dijon mustard. And for whatever reason, Dijon mustard just makes cheesy stuff just taste a little bit cheesier. So I'm going to add about a tablespoon of that. I'll just give this a quick whisk. There we go. So that's our cheese sauce there. I'll kind of spread this out evenly over all of my noodles here. I'm not going to mix the sauce in until after I cook these up in the microwave. All right, just like that. That looks pretty good. I'm also going to add maybe 2 tablespoons of shredded cheddar cheese on top here, just to make it a little bit extra cheesy. And of course, if you want, you can add peas, spinach, broccoli to this, but sometimes I just really like to have just plain old mac and cheese. So this will be a good one. So we'll get the lids on these and move on to the next one. All right, and this last one that we're doing here, we're doing another Hormel product. We're using this roast beef here with an au jus sauce, and then we're going to do some scallop baked potatoes with these. So I think these should be good. So here are my potatoes that I cut up into 4 equal servings here. I'll just scoop these out. And this is a Reese's brand, which is a local company for us in Oregon and Washington. But if you can't find that, I feel like there are a lot of other companies that make a product really similar to this, like Boston Markets. I feel like that's something that they make. So if you're not able to find this particular brand, there are other options. So no worries there. Okay, that looks good there. Okay, and to add a few vegetables to our dish, we're going to add some peas and carrots. I feel like this is another classic comfort food staple here. So I'm just going to put a few of these on the side. Probably about a half a cup worth. Like that. That looks good there. Now we can add our roast beef here. So like I said, we're using this Hormel brand here, and it comes with a sauce. And I'm just going to put this right on top of our potatoes here. Oops. Okay, that looks good. Our last little bits on here. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. We'll get the lids on these. Okay, all of our easy lunches and dinners are ready to go, ready for the freezer. I did have some people ask me how I heat these up after I freeze them, and I basically just put them in my microwave for about 3 minutes, and then I'll take them out, give it a stir, and then usually put it in for another minute just to make sure everything is nice and hot. Of course, people's microwaves are, you know, cook everything at all different temperatures, but for me, that's kind of what works. So again, we had our cream corn with mashed potatoes and meatloaf, our macaroni and cheese with a homemade cheese sauce, and then our scalloped mashed potatoes with pot roast, and then peas and carrots. So I feel like these are kind of classic American comfort foods. These are great on nights when you don't want to cook or you just need a really quick and easy work lunch. These are great, super economical. Like I said, these come out to $3.09 each. Otherwise, I hope you guys enjoy these, and we'll see you next time.